Hey everybody, welcome back to Gray Sentinel. Today I'm sitting here with one of my coworkers, Illinois Joe over here. I wanted to bring him in just to keep talking a little bit about EDC, some of that everyday carry, and just to go over kind of like maybe what you'd pack, the fit, the feel, things like that. And you know, from personal experience, I think this guy knows what he's talking about whenever it comes to having a pretty awesome EDC setup.
Appreciate it. Like I said, my name's Joe from Illinois. I previously served in the Marine Corps for 4 years. Spent a number of years kind of working in corporate America. Moved here to St. Louis about 2 years ago. Been with the company for a couple of months now, so appreciate being here with you guys today. That's a little about me.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, if you wanted to, just so that way we can prove to everybody that you got a little bit of drip, if you want to show off that sick build over there.
Yeah, so I guess we could just start off with my 11.5 AR build. This is kind of my pride and joy right here that you see in front of me. Definitely had to do kind of the 50 shades of FDE with this one. But I guess starting from, I guess what they say, tip to butt. Starting at the top here, you can't see it because it's covered by a suppressor cover, but I've got a Silencer Co. Velos low back pressure can. Then I got a suppressor cover. I believe it's from Liberty Defense over there. The light that I'm running, it's a mod light OKW with a switch, BCM foregrip here. I've got the kind of standard EOTech EXPS 3-2 on the Unity riser with the flip to center. I believe this is the G43, if I'm not mistaken, the 3X magnification there. I've got the HRF. I really like this, the kind of 3D printed cover for this EOTech to kind of keep it nice and secure. Got a Diefrico grip, B5 stock with an SC irregular cheek riser, and then you can see it's kind of wrapped in that sort of what they call AOR1 kind of desert digital pattern that we had back in the Marine Corps. So I think some of this wrap is from a company called Ranger Wrap here on the cheek riser, on the EOTech here. And then this is going to be an Edward Sherman designed sling that I really like. That's really easy to use. So yeah, that's kind of my baby right here. This is what sits on my nightstand. So
yeah. How long did it take you to get it all together?
I would say just kind of, getting all the pieces together, honestly, took about, I would say, 8 months or so. I'm pretty, particular about what I'm putting together on my rifle. So, just spending a lot of time on, the YouTubes and the Reddits, and just going through, a variety of different manufacturer websites, just led me to putting this guy together.
Dude, nah, it looks sick.
Appreciate it.
Hopefully that's good enough resume for having good gun drip right there. Yeah.
100%. I mean, I'm all about sort of customizing my builds, making it sort of unique to kind of, my flavor, my taste. I mean, ARs are like, kind of what I like to say, like adult Legos, You can kind of be creative and sort of build whatever it is that you want to, and kind of piece together. So this was a really fun project that I was fortunate enough to be able to put together.
Yeah, man, that looks sick.
Cool.
One of the things I wanted to ask about too was, what would you consider your EDC? Like, what do you try to always have on you, or maybe in your car, something like that?
Yeah, no, absolutely. The way I like to think about like my EDC, and it's evolved over the years, right? I really think about kind of like, what does my day-to-day look like? What type of environment am I in? What am I doing, for work, or where am I going to be at on the weekends? That's kind of what sort of guides, and how I sort of think about, my EDC carry. The other thing too is I'm just, I'm really big minimalist type of guy when it comes to EDC. I don't like to carry, a lot of knives and, watches and flashlights. I like to kind of keep it, as clean and as simple as possible. And I try to personally, avoid sort of, looking too tactical, let's just say, right? I like to be kind of more low profile, more streamlined, because oftentimes, when, I'm out and about, it's kind of, I'm either, with my wife and my daughter, we're at a park, so, or we're out doing something together as a family. So I try to be as kind of incognito, I guess, with sort of, my EDC and sort of kind of what's showing when I'm out there.
Being more like covert, like you don't want like exposed Molly and Punisher like logos and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly. I'm not really the guy that's wearing like the grunt style t-shirts or anything like that, or like a Magpul hat. So I guess, I can start off with, for me personally though, when I come into work and what I kind of carry in my car, I can just go ahead and show you this right here. This right here, and I'll just go ahead and clear it. It's clear and safe. But this I carry. This is my Glock 43X, but obviously it's not a standard Glock 43X.
Looks a little different, yeah.
Yeah, it's a tad bit different. I actually found someone on Instagram, a gentleman by the name of JM Custom Grips. That's his handle. That's what he goes by, and he does a lot of kind of great laser work. To Glocks and SIGs, both with the frames and with the grips. So we kind of collaborated on this and kind of put this little guy together right here. But this is kind of my 43X. All of these slide cuts, the stippling, that's all done by him. I've got a Roscoe barrel in there. I've got a Swamp Fox kind of green dot up there. And then I do rock a TLR 8.
Hey, nothing wrong with the TLR,
right?
Man. I got a TLR 7, a TLR 1. I mean, they're good. I
Yeah.
get it, man.
And what I love about this package is it's a small package, and the great thing about it too is I'm also running the Shield mags with their 5-round extension too. So, with 20 rounds.
I was about to say, how many rounds is that in the mag? This
is 20 rounds here, and then I got one in the chamber. So, I got 21 rounds kind of, right here in this small package. And the nice thing about that too is that then I don't have to carry, at least for my needs and for kind of my, sort of how I think about going about my day, I don't need to carry that extra mag, right? So when I look at my holster, I carry an appendix style holster. This is made by a company called 4Bros. The reason why I went with them, frankly, is because they're one of the few companies out there that actually make a Glock 43 holster that's compatible with the TLR 8. Because the difference between the TLR 8 and the TLR 7 is that the 8 comes with like a red dot laser attached to it, and so just that difference there, it's really hard to kind of find those holster manufacturers. But this has been a great holster that I wear and I appendix carry, and it doesn't print at all whatsoever.
Yeah, because I know the big ones for TLR are the TLR 1 and the TLR 7, so do you like having a laser on it?
The lasers, it's kind of just more for show, you know what I mean? It's kind of for just popping out there. I kind of just got it, I think, without thinking about it, I would say. I mean, to be honest with you, I do like it. I do like having the laser on there.
Yeah.
When you think about situations you could get in, when I think about, the majority of situations where I have to utilize this, it would be within that, kind of, 10 to 15 yard range, and when you think about sort of, the tunnel vision that you might experience or the stress that you might be under in those types of situations, having that laser there can give you kind of a little bit more confidence when you're in those situations. If you actually need to utilize, your firearm, it just gives you, to me, a little bit more confidence if I've got that laser pointed in that general direction at what I'm aiming at.
Yeah, and better to have it, not need it, kind of. Like you'd rather just have it.
Exactly.
If you could.
You'd rather have it than not need it. And the other nice thing too about this TLR8 is that if you double tap, on the switch itself, it creates kind of that strobe effect. which is just a really nice feature too. If the situation doesn't call for actually maybe using my firearm, or if I'm kind of thinking about the different levels of escalation, having that strobe, being able to kind of blind an adversary or someone is just another kind of bonus feature when I think about this light.
Dude, that looks sick.
So yeah, so thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, I did not even know that was in the bag.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I knew we were going to be talking about this stuff. I didn't even know you had a 21 rounder Glock 43 in the bag.
Yeah, Glock 43X.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's great, love it.
Dude, that's
so,
sick.
Yeah, so this is kind of what I appendix carry. This is what I carry to work. This is kind of what's with me in the car. And that's kind of typically what I'm carrying. But, there are those occasions, where, I might be, with the family, and we might be, say at a public park, right? Might be with my daughter on the playground set. Obviously during those times it's summer, it's hot. I'm wearing shorts and like a t-shirt. So I can't necessarily, be wearing, or carrying, kind of an appendix style holster or firearm. So what I like to do is, kind of go to the fanny pack, right? The man purse, whatever you want to call it. Now, getting into that, this is kind of my man purse.
And we got the Lulu bag too, man. That's
yeah,
awesome.
and it's definitely a man purse because it's from Lululemon, right?
Yeah.
And again, there's a lot of great, kind of tactical fanny packs out there, kind of ones that aren't, as overt. I know Vertex makes some great ones, but I feel like, in today's day and age, for someone like me, and I'm sure, the audience that are watching this, if you were to see another person with kind of an oversized or large fanny pack, you would probably be thinking in your head, what they're probably carrying a firearm, or there's something probably more in there than just kind of, the wallet and the keys.
Yeah, and that's what I think too. If I see a guy out with a large bag, the first thing I think is firearm, drugs, money, who knows? Right?
Exactly.
It could be anything.
Exactly. So I like to keep it, again, going to sort of my minimalist mentality. This bag is great. It's just easy to clip on with this belt buckle, and then you've got, the loop here to just be able to easily tighten it. The great thing about this bag is it's got 2 zippered pockets, and the neat thing is so this top zippered pocket, the back one, this is where I carry kind of my sort of concealed kind of fanny pack firearm.
You got another one.
And so that's another one. And so that right here, and I'll go ahead and just show clear just so we're all good here. But this is essentially my Sig P238. So this is kind of a little 380, 238 that I have. This is something that I've had for a number of years. And again, it's just like kind of like that pocket pistol. You know what I mean? And it fits great in the bag. I rock it and carry it with a sticky holster, so it's just easy to go in and go out. And then I carry also, the extra mag that comes with it. And the nice thing about it, right, and the way I think about, this pistol, and again, going back to my mentality of, most of my engagements, if I were to get into a situation, they're going to be, close standoff, right, in that kind of 10 to 15 yard range. So with the practice that I have with this, with the use that I have with this, I feel very confident that I can neutralize any threat, even with this 380 right here.
Dude, if you pull out one more gun, I'm gonna flip you.
No more guns. This is all that I have here. But that's kind of what I carry, sort of in this upper pocket that sort of takes up most of this, or just about all the space back here. And then again, in this front pocket, I carry a very small amount of additional items. I mean, obviously, I have my wallet that I carry. I also, have, an iPhone 15 with just a regular Apple iPhone case and kind of that, sort of, I don't know, whatever color, military color you'd call it, but it kind of just goes with the theme there. But one thing that I do carry in this front pocket in addition is I have one of these palm pepper sprays. So again, I'll carry this as well when I think about sort of those levels of escalation. If I can defeat the situation with just a quick spray of this and extract myself from the situation, then that's all I need to do, right? This is also handy too. You can buy these in like 2 packs or packs of 5. So I have these, you know, kind of in my house, in my drawer with my keys. I have them in my car. My wife has one in her bag. She also has one in our daughter's stroller as well. So they're just great to be able to kind of just pop around everywhere, so you don't have to constantly, hey, do I have my pepper spray on me? They're typically, you know, where you need them.
They're already in all the different bags and stuff, and like you said, everybody in the family has one, or in the bag they're most likely going to grab anyways.
Exactly.
And you don't like to carry a lot of stuff, so you try to keep it pretty minimal, somewhat smaller firearm that you have tricked out a little bit. Pepper spray, wallet, keys, pocket knife, maybe.
Pocket knife, so, you know, typically, you know, when I come to work, I don't normally carry a pocket knife in my pockets. There's plenty of knives here at work, you know.
A lot of guys are carrying.
Just because of where we work, and also the guys that we work with that we carry. But also, you know, with my fanny pack, I do carry, you know, just kind of a simple pocket knife. This is a nice knife from, I believe, the manufacturer's We Knives. So it's just a small little, I don't even know if it's a like 2.5-inch blade or a 3-inch blade, but this is just kind of a nice sort of, you know, just black blade with kind of the wooden handles. Just an easy flipper is kind of what I carry.
Open up boxes, cutting string or whatever you need. It doesn't matter.
Besides that though, you know, I'm not like, you know, cutting rope to tie things down or anything like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is mostly to kind of get into maybe, you know, cut open my daughter's snack packages when I can't do it with my fingers, let's just say, you know. But again, it's always handy to just have a knife, right? There are plenty of times where it calls for it, where you'll need it, so I always keep this handy with me whenever I'm at.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. So the next thing that, you know, I carry with me, I just kind of got like a little flashlight right here. This is an Olight, kind of a small little flashlight. The nice thing about it, it's magnetic here on the back. So oftentimes, you know, I'm going on road trips with my family and whatnot. So, you know, if my car breaks down, or, you know, if we're staying in an Airbnb, or if we're out camping or whatever, you know, I can just, you know, this is just magnetized, right? So I can just hang it on anything. If I need to pop open the hood of my car, I can pop it there. I got light. But a nice little just kind of small flashlight to just sort of have handy. And again, just minimalist, right? Not looking for tons of throw or anything like that, or you know, like looking for.
You don't need 1,000 lumen, 100-yard throw.
How
many candelas and.
Candelas, lumens, like this is good enough. You know what I mean? I mean, I have my phone flashlight that'll probably get me through 90% of the things, you know, that I need to find. You know, if I'm in the tent and I'm looking for my socks. But if needed, you know, this is always just kind of a good backup to have right there.
Dude, that's awesome. I love your like Occam's razor. It's the idea of, I'm probably going to butcher it. It's the most simplest answer is the right answer, right? So you're just boiling down every single one of these questions to what is the minimalist, smallest answer to my problem, right? Do I need a flashlight? Cool, I'll buy a super tiny flashlight. Do I need a pocket knife? Yeah, I'll just get a simple, lightweight, well-made knife. And that's pretty much it.
Exactly, and like the pepper spray too, right? Just a small little canister of pepper spray. I don't need a giant thing of bear spray.
Right.
I don't envision myself having to, you know, control riots or anything like that. You know what I mean? Because again, right, the way I'm thinking about sort of, you know, and again, everyday carry, it's, you know, personal and it's unique to each individual, right? So as I think about sort of my day-to-day, right, it's, you know, working here with all of you guys, it's spending a lot of time with my wife and my kid. You know, we're often going to play places, or we're outdoor in parks and whatnot, or we're just, you know, kind of just out and about. This is kind of the things that I think, you know, will carry me through the day, right? But if my situation were to ever change, or if I'm, you know, having to, you know, travel to, you know, or live and work in a city or something like that, or in a different state, then yeah, my EDC, you know, might change and, you know, might evolve in that sort of sense.
Right, and it's going to change too, you know, and that's the thing, right? EDC doesn't have to be the same every single day. If you're going to go camping, you're going to take a larger flashlight. You'll take
Sure.
something better for cutting than a small pocket knife. Like you said, if you move, work somewhere else, something like that,
Yep.
it's subject to change.
Yep.
One of the other big questions I had too was, and this can be a personal opinion,
Yeah.
do you think EDC guy gadget gears have a certain look to it, and why it has like that tactical kind of color look to it? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like you go onto social media and you see, everybody takes that photo where it's all their EDC perfectly outlined and in this nice, neat little pile, and they have, a small Glock, and they have all their little bits and pieces, and it all seems to color code, be the same kind of look, the feel.
That's just kind of the fun of it, right? That just speaks to like kind of the personalization of it, right? Sort of making it your own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I think that's great. You know what I mean? When you kind of take that time and effort to think about sort of those little things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it. I think that's to each their own in that sense.
Right. So you want to like modular. You want to be able to customize it.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Again, make it your own. Don't let others dictate, or sort of tell you, kind of what you should carry or how you should carry things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just do what you think you feel is right.
Was there, out of your EDC, is there one tool or gadget that you're surprised by how much you used it? Like you kind of picked it up and it's really come in handy a lot more than some of the others?
I'll be honest, just like the fanny pack itself. You know what I mean?
You bought it, you're like, man, this is actually really nice to have.
It's just, for me, it's just so nice to
Yeah.
just be able to throw everything in here. It's kind of front and center.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in my pockets. You know what I mean? And I know with confidence that everything is there together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't have stuff in this pocket, stuff in this pocket, stuff on my belt loop, or you know what I mean, stuff here. So when I come home after the end of the day, I'm not having to like,
You're
take
calling
stuff
me
apart.
out. That's exactly what I have to do, because I have it all in my pockets, and I come home and I just start unloading every single pocket.
Yeah, sure. And for me, it's just just simply taking off this belt clip. You know what I mean, and then just hanging it up. You know what I mean? Just like if
Yeah.
I'm wearing a hat and I kind of hang it up at the end of the day.
Dude.
So this is just really handy to have. Even just for like stuff in like, sometimes when I take my daughter on walks, like putting some of her goldfish in there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or just other random things that, I come across in the day. It's just nice to just have kind of everything in one centralized location.
Yeah.
And that's also too, that's just in front of you as well. You know what I mean?
Which is easy to protect, or you don't want people unzipping it and going through a bag or something, right?
Exactly.
It's right there.
Yeah, and I just don't like putting a wallet in my back pocket, you know what I mean? Because when I'm driving, it's just not comfortable.
Yeah.
I just don't enjoy that, So just kind of having it, kind of right there in the front, just to me, it makes everything easy. So I'm glad that in 2024, I believe that, the MERSes, the man purses, have become acceptable.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is kind of, I would say, the one thing that I kind of can't live without there.
I got a little test for us to do. I got a scale in here. We're just going to take out the stuff in our pockets or from our fanny pack, and we're just going to weigh it and see if we can see who carries more in their pockets. So let's turn this guy on. I've got just an old school trifold wallet, a nice leather, thick trifold wallet with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got about 11 cards in here. Driver's license, CCW license, debit cards, credit cards, business cards. I keep them all in here. So we'll just start adding all these on. And you were giving me a lot of crap the other day. He was giving me a lot of crap because I got quite the extensive keychain here. I got the car key, the wife's car key, the home key, the bottle opener. I have my library scan. I have 2 mystery keys and then 2 lock keys. But because I was getting annoyed at the gym, I do have a little detacher. So that way I can leave this in the Jeep, take this in with me whenever I work out. Well, after talking to you, I might just rock these
you
two.
need.
That's all I need. Well, what happens next time my wife gets locked out, huh?
Oh, that's a problem you guys got.
That's another
Private discussion there, huh?
And then I do at work, called me out on this one too. I do keep 2 knives on me. I have my Benchmade knife, got this as a gift, and then I do have a little box cutter Craftsman, just because I was tired of using this to cut open boxes and stuff. So I got 2 knives in the pockets. We're already up to a pound.
It's getting heavy.
It's getting heavy. I have in the ear Pro, Surefire, I'll add. And then I forgot my Surefire flashlight at home today, but I did have this other flashlight on me, so that'll have to do.
Big blue.
And then we are using my phone to record, so I'll steal yours because I also have my phone. And that should be about everything except for the firearm. What are we at here? We're at a pound, 1 pound, about 11.5 ounces. So we have over a pound of gear just in my pockets alone.
See, that's a lot of gear for me personally to think about there. Gives me a little anxiety.
Seeing all this, and like you said, it's not in a bag. This is just all in my pockets.
Yeah.
So, and like I said, I forgot my Surefire at home. I sometimes do misplace my in the ears, things like that, just because I take it all out, put it on the nightstand, and then the next morning I gotta load down the pockets.
Yep.
Yeah, whenever I gotta come home or get changed, I gotta unload every single pocket every time. So yeah, let's see what you got. Let's see if we can beat that pound 11 ounces.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and take the flashlight. We'll just throw it all into the fanny pack. How about that?
Yeah,
we'll throw
yeah.
everything that I carry in the fanny pack, and then we'll weigh it with the fanny pack and see how that works out. So I'll just stick my flashlight in there. I got my pepper spray that I carry. We'll stick that in there. I got my little knife, my EDC knife that we carry. I'll put that in there. I'll take my phone. I'll keep that in there. And then in addition to that, the other 2 main things that I carry, I've got my key set, but my key set is literally just the fob, my little gym tag, this kind of bolt release little keychain, and then just like a keychain tag from Noveski. My house personally, I have electronic door locks on the front and the back of my house, as well as the door in my garage that leads into my house. I did that specifically so I wouldn't need keys for my house, and then keys to like my safes or other things that I have inside my house. I keep those in my house in kind of hidden compartments and hidden places throughout my home. So that's kind of what I carry as far as my keys. And then my wallet, it's real thin. I don't really carry much. Again, in my wallet, this is one of those Magpul DACA wallets, but I really carry just 4 cards, and I don't even carry any cash in here because I don't really find myself ever needing to use cash.
Yeah.
I think today, we ordered lunch as a group. A couple of us ordered lunch, and ended up just Venmoing someone for that lunch. But in here, I just carry, my credit card and my debit card. If for some reason my credit card's not working, my debit card is kind of my backup that I use. And also if I need to draw cash,
Right.
I've got my debit card there. Obviously, I then have my driver's license because it's always good to carry, photo ID, my driver's license, you're driving. And then this is probably just more of a sort of peace of mind type of thing that I carry, but I carry my health insurance card. I don't know why. I've never had to use it or pull it out. But I just have this irrational fear that if I'm in another state or somewhere and I end up in the hospital,
Right.
I'm gonna need to pull this out in order for them to actually take care of me.
They're not going to help you until then.
Yeah,
No.
so I don't know. So I just carry it in there. It just gives me that peace of mind.
Yeah.
But really that's it. Again, just real simple wallet. And that's gotten me, again, through my everyday there. So I'll go ahead, zip this up. We'll make sure we'll get the buckle there.
Yeah, and let's see. Oh, here, you want to take it off? I got to turn it
Oh,
on for a sec.
go ahead.
Just turned off.
Yep.
All right, yeah, throw her on. Dang, that is close. He's at 1 pound, 13 ounces.
Woo.
So with the bag included, you're just 2 ounces heavier than me.
2 ounces heavier.
Which, for example, the Surefire, when I added them, this is 2 ounces, which is just a little plastic case with 2 earbuds in it.
Got it.
So you are that much heavier with the bag, the flashlight, and everything else compared to all the crap I carry.
Yeah, and again, right, it goes to like trade-offs, you know what I mean? You obviously, the weights are similar, but you obviously have, more. You've got 2 knives there, you've got a lot more keys there,
Yeah.
bigger wallet. And then on the flip side, on my end, I'm able to eventually carry more stuff in here.
Yeah,
right?
like I could take all my stuff and then add it into your bag,
And you could add into there.
and it would still fit.
I don't know how much more stuff you could maybe fit into your pockets, or you may want to put
It's-
on your belt.
It's pretty full.
So
Yeah.
there's that to be said, and also just the ease of, like I said earlier, having everything kind of contained into one space. It's just kind of right in front of me. I come home, take it off, or if I'm getting out for the day, I don't even have to think about grabbing everything. I just grab my bag and just kind of go.
Yeah, you just grab it and you're set.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome. Do you have, I guess that's it for me. Do you have any words of wisdom whenever it comes to EDC? Any tips or bits of advice?
Yeah, I would just say like it's easy to kind of get lost in it. There's so many different little kind of gadgets and different things that you can get. You can go multi-tools, or you can get can openers and everything like that. I would just, again, right, just say, just think about, how do you live your day to day, right? What do you find that you need the most? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just kind of start from there. And if you need more things, add on to it. If you don't need the things that you're carrying, try to not use it, or try to maybe keep it in a backpack and not in your pockets,
Yeah.
Just find what works best for you.
Dude, easy said, man. I appreciate you coming in today and talking with us. And yeah, if you guys want to check out some of the stuff we were looking at today, head on over to graysentinel.com. Check us out here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all the usual spots. But other than that, take care. Peace.
See ya.